Hi everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. Today I am trying out a new fragrance. It's called Hydrangea Heaven, and the reviews said that it does accelerate pretty bad, so I'm just kind of going to plan for that. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. It's just going to depend on what happens after I add the fragrance. But I'm going to use this Brilliant Blue Mica for like a hydrangea color. I might tone that down a tiny bit. I have a green and a yellow Taxicab and Maniacal Pea from Mad Micas. I'm going to mix those together to try to get like a light green. And then I have this pretty purple color that I may or may not use. And then I also have a groovy green, which is like almost a neon, but I'll tone it down with a little bit of pine mica. These are both from Be Scented. So I think I'm going to do the fragrance one at a time and pour it in and just see the consistency of it before I move forward. And I may, depending on what it does, this gets confusing. I know, it's confusing to me. I may pour off these colors that I put in the big ones a little bit into these containers and not add fragrance to them. But just depends on how the soap behaves. So let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and add my lye solution. This was a little warm, so I stuck it in the refrigerator to cool it down. When I soap hotter temperatures, it seems like my soap definitely thickens quicker, and I do not want to do that with this fragrance. Many florals are known for speeding up trace. This is a beautiful scent, though. Hydrangea is actually my very favorite flower. And so yes, this smells beautiful. We'll just see how it behaves. I'm going to go ahead and add my heavy cream, which will cool it down slightly. Not much, but... Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pour off a color, add the color to it, add the fragrance, and pour it in and see what happens. I think I'll go with this Brilliant Blue color. I'm going to stick blend. I'm going to stick blend and put stick blend the fragrance and the mica at the same time. I'm not going to do them separately. And I just have to hope for the best with the color. So I'm going to add some of my fragrance oil. And I'm going to, I probably could stir it in, but I'm just going to give it a little zap with this. Okay, that's pretty, but I need it a little bit darker. Okay, as you can see, it is thickening, so I'm going to pour this into the mold and then do another color. So it might be kind of layered. It's just going to look how it looks on the inside. It's just what it is right now. So you can see how quickly it's thickening. So I'm just going to give it a quick stir and make sure all the fragrance and the mica are mixed up. And then I'm going to quickly add it to my mold. At least it's not ricing. I don't like ricing. I think the camera wasn't on when I did the last layer, but it was exactly the same as the other layers. I just had to smush it in. There's probably going to be air holes in it. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do, so I'm glad I saved these out. I'm going to go ahead and put some colorant in these, no fragrance, and let them sit until they're thick enough. I want a really pretty blue. I did this and added a little bit of titanium dioxide. And then I can add or take away from that if I need to. Not take away, but put some more colorant or more titanium dioxide. This is just going to be that pretty color. And then I've got, I want to make we're gonna have to ignore this mess that I got in the mold right now. This didn't go as planned at all, but what I'm gonna do, since I have so much of this blue and I want the green to start coming out in the center hopefully, so I'm just doing this to kind of get rid of some of it. I'm gonna pipe on top of it. Oh, there's some green, but it doesn't look, it's coming out kind of on the side. Well, that's weird. Oh Lord, and they're different consistencies, so, and now it's just green. Alright, well, this hopefully will get covered up with pretty ones. Those are starting to be pretty. Okay, so I'm going to make some leaves since I saved way too much of this green. I have the wavy piping tip. I already told you, I think Wilton 97. And I'm just doing this to get rid of some of it, basically. I could probably just squirt it, but I'm going to pretend I'm making leaves. Fill in some of the areas that didn't get smashed down very well. This is looking great, right? Yes, we're looking good. Looks like grass, right? Maybe? I couldn't even clean this mold up because that's like stuck to the side. Ugh. Okay, so let me try with this one and just see when the green comes out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to wait a couple minutes and let it thicken a little bit longer, and then I will come back and try to pipe on this. Okay, I'm going to try to pipe. I'm going to go with the blue first, and I'm just going to do it randomly. Right now it's green, and the blue is thicker, so it doesn't want to come out. It's not, this just isn't working out like I hoped, but I'm just going to keep doing this, and then I'll add some of the pinky color in. All right, I've been at the point where I just want to be done with this soap. I ended up, the other little wavy tip wasn't working out, so instead I switched and squeezed it into this bag, and this is a larger leaf tip, Wilton 366, and I don't care if it's not set up enough. I'm just going to pipe it so I can be done. I always find that if I have, an issue with the soap when I'm pouring it and I had plans to pipe, I feel like I lose my, I don't know, I get impatient and then I just kind of sort of give in, which I know I shouldn't do. So this is a pretty messed up hydrangea bush, but it smells good, and maybe the inside won't be as bad as I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this hydrangea soap, and I was expecting it to have some pockets of air in it just because of how I had to put it in the mold. You can see a couple here, and then the end is kind of the worst part, and this is the middle loaf, so it's basically just the ends that are not great. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the end off, which I don't normally do, but I'm gonna do that real quick just because it's not smooth. I mean, it's just an aesthetic thing. Obviously it's still soap, but it smells so good. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be as far as having holes on the inside. Boy, it's just, what a great fragrance. And this, I ordered this a while back. I don't know if any of you guys are soapers have ordered from Nature's Garden. Well, if I'm on there and I don't want to place the order right away, I have a few fragrances or whatever in my cart. Some reason, I don't know how it happens, and I always usually double check it, but it charged me for 3 of 8-ounce bottles of this fragrance. So I've used part of one with this. I still have 2 more bottles of it, and I'll still find ways to try to, to make it, because it's really a beautiful fragrance. But yeah, so I accidentally ordered 3 instead of 1. That's not the first time that I've done that. I think what I do is I go back and I'm looking and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get that. And then I ending up with a few in my cart. And like I said, always double check it, but this time I did not. And I don't make any other bath products. It'd probably be really beautiful in lotion or candles, bath bombs. It's different. It's not my normal swirly woos on the inside, but at least I was able to get it in the mold. So they're all pretty much basically the same. And the last cut, I'm not going to have quite as many bars of this because I cut the ends off, but okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.